Hi, Tad Johnson from Ireland, and today I'm joined by Jason Trunk, who is one of our SEs based in Texas. Jason, thanks for joining me.
Thank you for putting this together.
Yeah, so earlier you were mentioning an interesting customer you're working with, and you have a cool kind of problem-solving story. Can you share that with me?
This is a nationwide personal lending company. So they take phone calls from folks that want personal loans. And it's interesting because they have, 4 different call centers around the world with 20 to 50 folks in each one of these call centers. And, they're all logging into Salesforce. It's a highly customized application within Salesforce, which includes voice over IP technology and all kinds of customizations to Salesforce itself. And one of the challenges is they need to be able to track these users' activities. And if there is an issue with the originating of a loan or the disbursement of funds or just a general customer service issue, that they can go back in and track that activity. They need to know if somebody clicked something that they shouldn't have, or if somebody said something inappropriate, or if they pulled a hard credit pull instead of a soft credit pull, and the user or the customer is complaining about it. So the way they had generally done this is through several different tools all together, which Island was able to replace them all.
Yeah, so tell me a little more. You mentioned before they were doing something with a VPN, I think you said, and a couple additional specific Salesforce tools.
Yeah, exactly. So it's funny, the VPN was only there because they wanted to make sure they were truly working. They wanted to make sure that when they logged in to Salesforce, which anybody can get to Salesforce from anywhere around the world generally, but they've basically put it so that the VPN was required in order to get there. So there's the cost of the VPN. There's the kind of the lessened user experience of going through a VPN because things are generally slower. But it was all for the purpose of just tracking the fact that they were actually doing their work. And also the fact they couldn't do it over their mobile phone, because some folks would log into Salesforce over their mobile phone and basically pretend that they were working when they potentially were on the beach or doing something else. Now, the other tools that were displaced because of this technology, one of them was called Salesforce Shield. And Salesforce Shield, it's a product by Salesforce, but it costs 30% of an annual Salesforce subscription. It's just a flat fee of 30% of whatever the spend is. And its sole purpose is to give you better logging on Salesforce itself. So all of those things that if you hosted the platform, you would have gotten for free, they're charging you extra to deliver it back to you. So there was the cost of Salesforce Shield, and then further the cost of a solution, a third-party solution to interpret the results of Salesforce Shield. And because Island has everything built in, whether it's the user timeline, whether it's the click activity, all of the interactions from the user are captured, and those tools are no longer needed.
That's really cool. So we've been able to both give them a better experience overall. They're not connecting through a VPN anymore, and we can deliver the same outcome, but at a much simpler and reduced cost.
That's right. And I think the experience is much better, especially for the folks overseas with the latency they already have being remote, but then combined with reducing the VPN and some of the other solutions required, it's really a great solution for them.
Nice. Well, thanks so much for sharing that story today, Jason.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me on.
And we'll talk again soon. All right. Bye-bye.